Hey ladies, do you ever wonder if the practice of intuitive eating is for you? I'm Lisa Dahl, intuitive eating and body image health coach. I now take my personal experience to support women to break free from dieting, diet culture, and to undiet their life. In this video, I'm going to share with you about the 5 stages of the practice of intuitive eating and to help you learn to decide if the practice of intuitive eating is for you. So the first stage is referred to as readiness, also known as diet rock bottom. The second stage is referred to as exploration. You learn that you can be in the pursuit of pleasure with your relationship with food. The third stage is crystallization. All these things start to come together. The fourth stage is the intuitive eater in you awakens. That is where you have really learned to connect your mind, your body, and your food. The fifth stage is referred to as treasure the pleasure. And when you get here, this is amazing. This is where you have created a respectful relationship with food and your body, and you have said goodbye to guilt and shame. In this video, though, I'm going to really dig into the readiness stage, diet rock bottom. And this is where most people begin. And it starts with noticing that you are curious and cautious. And there's a difference between curious but cautious. You can be both curious and cautious. You're ready to dip your toes in and you're a little scared, and that is totally normal. So I'm going to go through a list of things that will probably resonate with you if you are a dieter, and to help you kind of say, ooh, that's me. So let's go and dig into that list. Every diet of yours has ended with failure, which means that you're on a diet, off a diet, you kind of skate along, you kind of suck it up, and you are ready to go on another diet because the diet cycle just continues to rinse and repeat, ending with failure. Every day focuses on the number on the scale. I see you walking into the bathroom, making sure that you pee, making sure that you get on that scale so that you don't have wet hair before your shower. Your day is focused on the number on the scale. The third thing that might resonate with you is that you have lost touch with your hunger and your satiety cues. You don't really know what hunger and fullness feels like anymore. You have forgotten what you really like to eat. And as I was preparing this video, this one really resonated with me because I remember years ago, I was with a friend of mine and he said, well, what do you want for dinner? And I kind of was dumbfounded because I went to, okay, this is what I had for breakfast, this is what I had for lunch, and so many calories, and I can have this, I can have that. How many points is that? And my standard answer was probably, plain white fish because that fit into the box and I didn't have to worry about breaking my diet. And, we got through the conversation, we had a great dinner, and I moved on. I didn't really think about it until I really started to dig into this video on how that instant or experience really stood out in that it didn't matter. I didn't focus on satisfaction. I was so focused on staying in my diet that I lost touch with what I really wanted to eat. And I'm curious if that is something that you experience too. You spend the day or you focus on, as I just shared, thinking about what you should eat. Again, no joy in eating. You have a negative relationship with your food. You are afraid to eat what you like. And this is really normal because when you think about eating something that you like or really enjoy, you think that you're never going to stop eating. Well, guess what? With the practice of intuitive eating, you get to eat anything that you want, and you learn that you don't have to worry about overeating. When you heal your relationship of having to eat everything in sight starts to shift. You have noticed that you eat for comfort, or you numb or distract, and that food has become your primary coping mechanism. You become obsessed with thinking about food. Whether you're eating or not eating, you are constantly thinking about what I can have. I can have this for breakfast, I can have that for snack, I can have that for lunch. There's no joy. You're just constantly balancing and thinking about those bars and where do they fit in and those rice cakes and can I or can't I. You're constantly thinking about food and how to manage it versus how to enjoy it. You have that negative body image. You're uncomfortable in your own skin. You have a limited self-respect. The words that you use to yourself are probably things that you would never repeat or say to somebody else. You notice that the thought of dieting again, and you kind of say like, oh, I just don't want to diet one more time. And you feel stuck, frustrated, and discouraged. And the diet industry wants you to feel all these things so that you continue to go back to what they have created as that false sense of safety. The truth is that you do not have to feel this way, that there is a path out, and it is through the practice of intuitive and mindful eating. So to recap, how do you know if you are ready for the practice? One of the first things to notice is that you are curious and cautious. You are ready to learn how to connect your mind, your body, and your food. And the thought of dieting one more time leaves that horrible feeling in your body. There is a path. So if you are ready to find that path to body peace and food freedom, click that link on my calendar and let's set up a time to talk so that you can learn to get to that final stage to treasure the pleasure and say goodbye to guilt and shame and heal your relationship with food, mind, and body. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to talking with you soon.